We're entering a phase now where our mission remains unchanged, but by designing awesome products that are reimagined mobile first and mobile only and in the cloud, we can reach many, many more customers.
Intuit hosts analysts and lays out the big picture.
QuickBooks Online goes global.
It's more exciting for me when there's just tons of people and I'm totally slammed. It's great.
Jillian Knox is busy doing what she loves, and she loves to stay organized. Those stories and more on This Week at Intuit.
Welcome to This Week at Intuit.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Caplener.
And I'm Holly Perez. Tablets and smartphones and data, oh my. Those were just some of the topics on the table at Intuit's annual Investor Day. Some 70 analysts from around the country heard CEO Brad Smith explain Intuit's evolving growth strategy and how the company's connected services vision and move to the cloud is becoming a reality.
We're entering a phase now where our mission remains unchanged, but by designing awesome products that are reimagined mobile first and mobile only and in the cloud, we can reach many, many more customers. This is the best way to bring new customers in, with the computer in the palm of our hand. The second, by opening up these products and making them easy for third parties and end users to extend and add value, whether it's QuickBooks Reports or it's QuickBooks Online United Nations, we can turbocharge those cloud products and make them better while we sleep, through the help of others. And last, we can then leverage that data to put together connections no one else can match.
Those clouds are paying off for Intuit. Today, 45 million of the company's 60 million customers use online products hosted in the cloud.
And that cloud is going global. From Austria to Zimbabwe, there's a QuickBooks product for you. Small businesses around the world can now manage their books with localized versions of the popular QuickBooks Online. Intuit Senior Vice President Dan Wernikoff says the product is customized for local geographies and flexible enough for customers to make it fit their unique business needs. And, turns out, it's already quite popular.
And so we've been out there for 60 days. The interesting thing so far that we've seen is about 130 countries. In fact, this morning I looked, it's 135 countries. We did this a couple days ago. It's over 300 tax agencies, 560 customer tax rates, 45 unique languages. Now, the thing to note here, we're at smaller scale. We haven't even marketed this yet. This is just ambient demand of customers coming in, knowing the QuickBooks brand, and adopting our product.
And switching gears from a global story to one right here in our own backyard. For the past 3 years, Intuit has donated time, money, and talent to Community Services Agency right here in Mountain View. From backpacks to computers, employees are helping young and old alike improve their lives. Here's more on how Intuit is paying it forward.
There's always a lot of hard work that goes into succeeding, but it's not just hard work that makes that. It's also circumstance, accident of birth, being in the right place at the right time, making just that right decision, a certain amount of luck. And when you think in those terms, that it is a certain amount of luck, then it almost becomes an obligation on your part to help those who maybe didn't have those breaks that you had. I was speaking to a group at a country club, and one of the women came up to me and said, "But why are you talking about serving poor people? There's no poor people around here." And I took her over to the window, and I pointed out the people who were pruning the bushes in the back of the country club there, and I said, those are the kind of people who are not making the amount of money that it takes to live in this area.
There's people suffering, people who are unemployed, people who are starving. We serve the low-income families, singles, homeless, and the elderly. They come here for food, so it makes them save a little money that they can use to pay their PG&E, to pay for their rent, or to buy a prescription that they may not have health insurance to cover.
CSA is right in our backyard in Mountain View, and Intuit really wants us giving back to a community where we're able to prosper and work. The backpack event is one of our signature events, and CSA is one of our key partners.
This is the third year that Intuit has donated the backpacks, school supplies, and shoe vouchers.
We had Intuit employees, senior employees, over here helping to distribute backpacks for back-to-school supplies.
Since Intuit took over this program, it has been nothing but fun for the kids. While they're waiting in line, they may be waiting 10-15 minutes. There's clowns, there's mimes, there's music, and the kids' faces just light up. They've also come forward with doing a huge renovation in our lobby, and the carpets were put in, then they painted the walls, and they also donated the computer lab, which is 4 computers for our clients to have access to look for employment, to look for housing, to apply for public benefits online, to work on their resume, to look for childcare, whatever it is that they need to make their current situation better.
You know, we take for granted so many of the things that we're able to buy ourselves. You know, they're going back to school. It's just such a little thing, but it makes a big difference. And for Intuit to support that and give back to the Mountain View community is a pretty incredible benefit, and really, it was very rewarding.
Go to our website, www.csacares.org, and you'll find all kinds of ways that you can follow us, that you can donate, or that you can get involved. We have to be advocates. We have to be able to say, this does exist here. Pay attention to it. Pay it forward.
Intuit is hiring enrolled agents and CPAs. These seasonal remote positions will provide expert tax advice to TurboTax customers via phone, chat, and email. If you've got a passion for helping tax filers and a desire to work from home, apply at intuitcareers.com.
This week, we continue our conversation with Jillian Knox of Jules Vintage. Jillian, our customer of the week, shares the highs and lows of running a small business and how she uses Intuit Weave to help keep her organized.
They say that if you love what you do, it's not a job and it's not a chore. There you go.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
No problem. So the first time I ever did Alameda Antique Fair, I couldn't even move in my own booth. So that's a good day for me when I can't get to everybody and people are clamoring to ask me questions.
No problem.
They, just want to buy everything and they want to shop and they're curious where I came from and where I get my stuff and, how long I spent on projects and the furniture and restoration and things like that. It's more exciting for me, when there's just tons of people and I'm totally slammed. It's great.
You want something that's like breezy, right? And easygoing?
Yeah. People come to me for, advice as to how to repair an item, as to, decorating or even dressing their husband or their child. So, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
What's kind of your style? Have you worn vintage before, or?
No, but I've always liked the style of it.
I use Weave to organize my projects for the most part. Also my spending for these antique shows that I do. So you have to keep track of all those things and you're actually responsible for them at the end of the year for your expenses for taxes. It definitely helps me keep track of those expenses. It helps me keep track of my income when I complete a project or when I do shows. I'm also able to keep track of taxes and things like that. So it's definitely really helpful in a creative aspect and a creative field. I guess the most challenging part about this business is hauling everything around and lugging things. It's heavy stuff. At any given point, I usually have 3 to 5 racks of clothing at each fair. It can wear you out. It really can. Being outside all day and unloading and reloading the van, and you get hungry and you're sunburnt and you're just exhausted. That's the hard part. But anything else, I love what I do, so I don't really find it to be difficult. I love everything about it. I love everything about what I do, and it's really just a deep-seated love for fashion, being around clothing and, just interacting with people and in a retail environment is really just something that I absolutely love.
And join us on September 26 for a live small business Q&A with Jillian and Valerie Coleman Morris, author of It's Your Money, So Take It Personally. They will discuss their thoughts on finance and tips for running a small business.
You liked us. You really liked us on Facebook. Congratulations to our winners of Polka Dots Cupcakes, Caroline Tran and Chris Dunvan. And thanks for liking the Intuit Network. Well, that's it for this week at Intuit. I'm Scott Caplener.
And I'm Holly Perez. Have a great week.
This is the Intuit Network.